Coach Mo here, coming to you with another video. I want to talk to you about risk taking. Our mind is not designed to take risk. Your mind, my mind, our mind is not designed necessarily to make it easy for you to take risk. Your mind wants to preserve you, want to preserve your health, want to preserve your energy. That's why when you go to the gym, at a certain point, you feel that you don't want to push anymore. You have these thoughts, you have that feeling, I don't want to be pushing anymore, I don't want to do more exercise, I don't want to do more effort. Your mind is trying to preserve that energy so it can keep you alive, because maybe in the next hour you're going to be chased by some dangerous animal. This is how your mind thinks. Your mind is very, very old. And it thinks in terms of survival. It thinks that you're still living in the jungle, hunting and gathering and he's trying to preserve your life. So that's why risk taking is not going to come natural to most people. However, without risk, there is no reward. Without risk, there is no reward. So, if you want to do anything, even if you want to go to the gym, maybe there is a risk. There is a risk that you may somebody might look at you in a funny way because you're chubby, you're fat, or maybe you have very, very skin arms. Maybe you look weird, you look like a geek. It's okay. I have clients that look like that, and we transform them in a very short period of time. But maybe you will risk being ridiculed, at least in your own head. So what are you thinking? Maybe you will risk getting injured. Maybe you will risk, I don't know, following the wrong path. You risk. There is a certain risk. There's always a certain risk in anything. You start a business, there is a risk of losing money. You invest in yourself in a mentorship, there is a risk of just losing your money because the mentorship is not worth it. The whatever product, whatever service that has been offered to you is not what has been offered to you. It's not really what has been offered to you. That happens to me personally a lot of time. I buy some stuff and it's not what they say it is. There's a bunch of fake. I don't want to swear in this video, but there is a bunch of fake people in this world. It's okay. Now, risk is involved in anything. Anything you want to do, there is a risk involved. You want to do martial arts, you want to become a fighter, you want to become at least strong, and every man should know and should have a fighting edge in him. Whether you're learning some fighting art, whether you have your mastery of a weapon, you have, I don't know, maybe you have security, I don't know. You need to have a fighting edge in you, as a man. Maybe you're big, you're muscular, you know some wrestling, I don't know. Maybe you're good with some weapons, you need to have a fighting edge. So anyways, even if you want to learn a martial art, there is a risk. There is a risk of getting injured. There is a risk of getting your ego destroyed and smashed to pieces. There is always a risk. So in your subconscious, there is always a risk involved with anything you want to do. Now, as I said before, without risk, there is no reward. You cannot move forward without a risk. And a lot of you guys have a problem with taking risks. This has to become something natural that you do. It has to become part of life. Part of life. Part of your life is taking risk. Looking for the risky thing. Of course, not being stupid, but looking for what could I do? How can I push it forward? And be okay and be happy with taking risk and in order to move forward. If growth is is important for you, and this is a channel that I created, it's about growth in all aspects, and I hope it's providing a lot of information, a lot of value. And so risk has to be taken. Risk has to be taken. Yes, it has to be under control, but it has to be taken. You cannot avoid risk. There's no way you can avoid risk. Like, even if you try to avoid making a step forward, even if you try to avoid making a risky move, you are risking actually the life that you could have lived. Let me repeat that again. If you take no risks at all, you follow the guideline of the matrix, of what society told you should do, you just go in a straight line, you don't take risks, you don't get out of your comfort zone, you do what everybody does, and you're a good boy, good girl, good boy. You are risking this by following this way of living, you are risking not getting what you want really out of life. You're risking abandoning all your dreams, all your aspirations, all that great love that you are, all that great life that we are supposed to live, that we are here to experience. You're risking that. If you do not take a risk and start a business, what are you risking then? You're risking being mediocre, financially dependent on somebody else for the rest of your life. If you do not move forward, if you do not invest in your education, you risk staying ignorant. And if you stay ignorant, there is no way you're gonna move ahead in life. So there is always risk. You either risk and get out of the comfort zone and learn and evolve and bet on yourself, or you either risk staying the same and missing out on all the amazing things you could have accomplished, amazing experiences you could have had, that amazing life you could have created. You know? So risk has to be taken. There is always risk. So the people that think they're not taking risk, they're gonna stay out of risk, they want to play it safe, they are actually the ones that are taking the most amount of risk, because they just, at the end of the day, they're risking staying the same for a long period of time, for the whole life, and living a mediocre life. At one point, they will wake up and realize that, oh shit, I missed. I spent my life not doing anything of consequence. Yeah? So we don't want to do that, right? Let's push forward. Let's take the risk. It's okay. What's gonna happen? You lose the money, you lose some time, you get injured. You will recover from it. You will learn from it. You know, you learn from it and you move forward. You know, this is an invitation for you to step out of your comfort zone. Do something that scares you. Do something that's uncomfortable, that's scary. Invest in yourself. Go buy a course, buy coaching. Sign up to a martial art academy. Try that thing that scares you. Try it, do it. It's okay. Start doing it and the fear will leave you. And you will see that life is on the other side of fear. On the other side of fear, this is when you start living. You know, this is when you start living. All the excitement, all the good experiences are on the other side of fear. So this was the message today, guys. Let's not be afraid of taking risks. Let's take calculated risks, but let's take risks. Let's push forward. Let's play offense. Let's play offense, you know? You're not gonna live for too long. Play offense. See what you can make out of this life. See what you can make of yourself. And then give that to the world. Our purpose here is to create the best version that we can create out of ourselves. This is why our Creator has put us on this planet. To create the best version of ourselves and to worship Him and to show gratitude to Him by sharing that with the world, by you becoming stronger and then sharing that with the world. So let's take risks and let's keep moving forward.